Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you 4 sources you can go to when you need content inspiration, whether you're suffering from writer's block or you just don't even know where to start. So tune into this video. You're going to have a ton of light bulb moments and I can't wait to show you all the places you can go. All right, I am showing my Pinterest screen because that is the first place we're going to go to when it comes to finding inspiration, content ideas for all of the things that we have to continuously create in our business. And so I'm going to go with the example of intuitive eating. I want to say that I am a wellness coach or some kind of a food coach, intuitive eating coach, which I am not. I'm a business coach, but I want to use this as an example just to show you how any kind of coach can find inspiration. Just going to Pinterest, I'm in my business hub, I'm up at the top at intuitive eating, and when I click on that without hitting enter, I can see all kinds of different ideas that are already popping up, but I'm going to hit enter because I want to go into Pinterest's main feed. This is my favorite place to go to find content inspiration because I am a super visual person, and I just think that color and photos and even lists help me kind of pull more information out of my head so I can create something special for my people. So you can use any kind of terminology that your future clients or your current clients are using. We want to be really careful to use words that our clients are using and not us. So if we start thinking about words at our level, they might not be there yet. But if you work with maybe people who do use the words intuitive eating, nutrition tips, stuff like that, we want to be using the words that they're searching for. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you real quick on each different medium how we find content inspiration. So I'm going to remove this just so we can clean things up in case you're wondering what that was. That is the keyword extension, Keywords Everywhere extension on Chrome, and I love it. That's actually a bonus content inspiration tip. Download that extension because you'll find some really cool keyword phrases for your content. Okay, back to Pinterest. I typed in intuitive eating and now I'm just kind of looking through and seeing, okay, what's kind of standing out to me. I really like the 5 gentle nutrition tips for intuitive eaters. I love how-tos and numbers. 5 ways to do this, how to do this. That really helps because when we think about Google, that's generally what people are typing in, how to what, right? I wonder how many times how to is entered into Google every single day, right? A lot. So easy, simple title, 4 ways to start intuitive eating. Intuitive eating principles for beginners, how to actually eat intuitively. So just going down through here, I can find all kinds of ideas and I can write them down, I can store them somewhere. And it's just actually my favorite way to do content inspiration digging. Now, we don't want to copy what other people are using. We don't want to do, I'm going to write a blog post called How to Navigate the Fear of Weight Gain or 9 Intuitive Eating Books and Podcasts You Need in Your Life. Change the number. Just switch it up a little bit. So you're not just going fully 100% off of what somebody else is talking about. You want to actually just make it your own. Everything you do in your business should be based on what you would say, not what someone else is saying. This is inspiration, not copycatting. Okay, so you get the gist. We're going through Pinterest, we're finding great ideas, and we're going to move on with the next one, which is answer the public. I usually just use the free version. You max out after a couple of tries a day. And I don't really need that many tries a day unless I'm working with clients and I'm pulling things for them. But otherwise, the free version is totally fine. I typed in intuitive eating and I'm going to hit search. And what it does is it pulls data from Google and it lays it out in a really fun manner. This makes me so happy because I can see what people are Googling in a nice layout and a friendly visual. The extra special part about it is you can click on each title, on each keyword phrase. This is actual data pulled from Google, what people are searching for. So if I look at this one, how intuitive eating works, people are Googling this, right? And they're grouped what, who, will, where, how, why, which is even better. I can click on here. I'm going to open it up into a new tab. And what it's going to do is it's actually going to Google it for us. And then we're able to see the top Google picks, which is really interesting because now we can just go down the darn rabbit hole here. We can see podcasts, we can see books, we can see YouTube. I mean, how juicy is all of this? You could write down these podcasts and use that as a bonus tip for research. Go look in these podcast shows here and go see their titles for their shows. We have all of these books, and here's that keyword extension that I was showing you. Here are some other keywords that people are using. People are searching for intuitive eating criticism, intuitive eating facts, is intuitive eating healthy, and they're also searching for these. It gets me so excited looking for all this because it just shows the possibilities, because sometimes we just don't know what to write about. Maybe we feel like we've written everything, but we haven't. And this just kind of proves it. So I'm going to keep this screen up too, because I think if we wanted to look for some books later, we can pull some of these in Amazon and get some more information. Also, an extra bonus tip, you can go into blogs and look at their comment sections and see what people are commenting on. All right, back to answer the public. So what I really like about this is you can download a CSV of the results, which is awesome if you are a spreadsheet person, and then you can kind of sort everything. And that way, if you did a CSV, you wouldn't have to copy and paste all of these titles. You could just have the full shebang on a spreadsheet. And then it kind of goes down into, we have up here with the prepositions, and we have the comparisons. I like to Google comparisons a lot, and I think a lot of other people do too. So this is super helpful. Intuitive eating and weight loss, intuitive eating versus tracking, etc., etc. Then they go the extra mile, and then they alphabetize it for you, which is even better. And you could do screenshots, or again, just do the CSV, and then you have everything. And then related. So some topics are going to pull up more than others. Sometimes you'll see a wheel that's very full, and sometimes it'll be a little bit scarce. And it just depends on the Google search. It depends on the keywords that you entered in. Okay, now we're going to go over to Amazon. I'm going to type in intuitive eating, and I'm going to go over to books. All right. You could use the titles as inspiration, but I have another way that I like to do this. And if I look back here, I can see that this one was kind of a Google push. So I'm going to go into it once. We have 2,600 ratings, and I like going into the ratings because people, especially readers, leave really long reviews. And we need that for our research. So I'm going to go down to the 1 stars. And then I'm not going to read all of these to you, but the reason why I go to the 1 stars is because, sorry, I was laughing at this because this is exactly why we're here. This one, gained weight and felt horrible. Premise that all foods are equal doesn't work. Food scientists are well paid to make processed food as addicting as possible. So she's saying, your body intuitively wants addictive food when it is present. Maybe that's something you could address in your work. Like, what is the problem with intuitive eating? Why doesn't it work? Or 5 mistakes made when you are, intuitively eating. Things to avoid when you adopt intuitive eating. Because you can see that this is another thing that people can avoid and make a mistake on, right? Not a mistake, but just something they could be educated on. So if we are looking at the negative reviews, it's because we're looking at what people wished was in the book or what they might have hoped that was in there, something that didn't work. And let's say Pat came to you and said, okay, I read this book, I gained weight, I felt horrible. What did I do wrong? Can you help me? And if you said, yes, Pat, I can help you. I know exactly what's going on here. Make your content for Pat. Make your content for Meredith. Make your content for Corey and Pamela, the people who were like, I really wanted to try this, but it didn't work for me. Why didn't it work? What did I do wrong? What am I missing? What's missing out of this book? Go up to the 2-star reviews and do the same thing. And I like to go through and just kind of copy phrases that like really stick out to me. A lot of times we'll see people wanted more of just a plan and not just a bunch of fluff. And I see that a lot with my world. So just really study the people. These are people who are ideal clients for you. The readers who went the extra mile to leave an opinion of what the book was about. And so let's say these are all future clients that you're going to get on a call with. Go through all of these words. This is juicy copy for you because it's like you're interviewing all of these people, and here's the transcript. Go up to maybe the 3-star reviews, and if you want to go up all the way in and just do the extra credit of research, by all means do that. Don't count on your memory to remember why people didn't like the book or what they were looking for. Copy and paste it somewhere so you have a bank of juicy content. Okay, and you can go into multiple books to do this too. And if you don't know what other books to go into, well, Amazon helps you with their amazing upsells. So you can go into frequently bought togethers, products related to that item, other similar books too. So fun. Okay, the next thing is going over to YouTube and typing in intuitive eating, enter, and then we're going to see some videos. And over here, you can see I have that handy dandy keyword extension over here again, which is showing me even more data, which I love. Some other things that people are typing in. I also use vidIQ. I think I have the free version, which just kind of gives me extra information. So we don't want to get distracted too much over here because this probably doesn't look like your screen. What we're going to pay attention to is the information here in the videos. So we have intuitive eating basics and benefits, quick start guide to mindful eating. I think mindful eating would be another good keyword you could search, especially in Answer the Public. And just kind of continue scrolling through and note down all of the episode titles that sound really great to you. I like the filter because I can see, let's see, I can go by view count, which would give me older videos more than likely, and that's totally fine with me. I can scroll through and I can catch things that, wow, 684,000 views, making peace with food, plus printable guide, what I eat in a day. Those are always pretty popular. Intuitive eating explained, brilliant titles. But do you see the commonality with these? They are simple. They're not their terms. They're not their vocabulary. They're using what people who are on YouTube, who are on Google, on Amazon, they're just searching for what they want to learn about in their language. So we always want to be speaking our future clients' language at all times. Otherwise, it's going to go right over the head. Some other related queries in the Google Trends is really nice. What I eat, it's kind of showing you what is popping up in all of these titles, what they have in common. So much information here. So you have 4 different places you can go. You can do your research in YouTube, Amazon Books, in Google, Answer the Public, and Pinterest. You're going to find your favorite places as you do this. And I told you mine is Pinterest. And now that I'm looking at this, I'm really loving the YouTube search results too, because there's visuals in here too, which is super helpful. It just helps to see something and kind of gauge how is this going to make me feel, the title, the visuals. And we can also learn a lot in their descriptions and from the tags. Okay, I'm guessing you have a ton of ideas running through your mind right now. So we want to make sure we're putting them all somewhere safe so we can go back to them when we need them. So make sure you are using a project management system like Asana. That's what I recommend you use. You can use the free version, create a project called Content Ideas or Future Content, whatever floats your boat, and put all of your ideas in there so they're never forgotten. I don't know how many times I rely on my memory to keep something for me when it comes to my business. If I come up with a great idea while I'm doing the dishes, I think, oh, I'll remember this later, and I never do. I remember that I had an idea, but I don't remember what it was. So I have to put it somewhere pretty much immediately. So put Asana on your phone so it's easily accessible for you. And then pretty soon you'll have this whole bank of ideas for your content. You will be so grateful you did next time you have some writer's block or you just need a fresh new idea. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you on the next video.